Oh, you used Everclear. You and the struggle bus are not getting along very well right now.
What's a struggle bus?
It's the struggle bus. It runs you over.
So begins 6.5 of Robot on the Rocks. Our holiday themed. We're gonna start out with a Thanksgiving theme for our first of 4 robots.
Can I open my eyes?
You can have your glasses back.
Oh, she's comfortable now. Okay. Oh God.
Obviously, and unfortunately, there's not a turkey transformer. I know.
It's a good thing.
No, there's a penguin, but there's not a
Where
turkey.
did my hat go? The feathers could be missiles.
God.
The feathers could be missiles. So the closest thing to a turkey I could surmise
Is that a falcon?
That's brutal.
What is that?
is Beast Wars Neo Archaidis, or better known in America as Beast Machines Airraptor.
Oh! I broke its neck! What's it called? A quetzalcoatl?
What's a clue?
I don't think it's a Quetzalcoatl.
Which one? You said quetzalcoatl. You said quetzalcoatl.
Archaeopteryx. He never wanted this figure for a really long time. You are just...
It's my thing.
Oh, that's right. You do that thing. You do.
I do that thing.
You free shavakadu.
Free shavakadu.
That's what it is, baby. It's a free shavakadu.
Gotcha.
It has a hand in its tail.
It does. Talking point.
Does it poop out of its hand then?
Pooping a robot arm.
It has feet for kneecaps.
Well, I think those are its chests.
The free shavakadu breast.
It's great with Szechuan sauce. I love the colors on the beast mode. Like the rainbow. You don't see that kind of coloring on Transformers anymore. They don't put that level of detail into it anymore. Detail. The beast mode head reminds me exclusively of the Spaceballs chest burster. Broke out of Hellboy's dad.
Not the alien chest burster.
not the actual one, the parody.
Specifically.
He falls on his face accurately. It's got like feather bombs that you plug in, and then when you push the button, they...
Are those guns?
See, this is one of the weird things about the Japanese Beast Wars toys. He came packaged with the giraffe. And the giraffe has these missiles that are useless in like every mode.
How does he fly?
Those are questions we don't ask.
You don't need to ask questions.
How does he fly with a robot hand coming out of his ass? He's got a Kamehameha wave that he can just fire out his hand, but that's about as close to a turkey as you get in Transformers, which is a shame.
Turkadoodle.
Free Shavaka Turkle.
Free Turkle.
Freaking free shadoodle-doo. That beast mode,
Okay.
it's not great.
Hold on, let me actually look at it in a scientific eye.
Scientifically, it's a catastrophe. He looks good from the top.
Yeah, from the top, he actually looks really cool.
Like if you just
From the profile, 75% cool.
from the bottom.
From the bottom, don't pay attention to that. From the front, actually, that's not horrible. I don't know why I'm looking at it from directions.
Because from the top, it looks okay.
I will give him a robot.
Yeah, I was gonna say one robot.
A robot.
Because it's got some really neat, like,
It's got a lot of really cool details and little things, but like the general picture is like, ugh.
I'm not entirely sure that you can be prepared for this robot mode. But we are doing it, and this robot mode is actually why I wanted this figure.
He looks very royal. Everything seems pointless.
Kind of a cluster fudge of random beast parts. But I will give it to them. They didn't just tack the wings on the back, and they didn't just make them arms.
They made them cuddle him.
They made them cuddle him. If you're talking about that in just cold, hard plastic, the wings kinda pretty much don't work. But if you're thinking about it in terms of... If you're thinking of it in terms of bird wings, they could fold up and grip onto his shoulder, and he would actually have like a regal poncho, or like something like the gargoyles had in gargoyles. Maybe he uses his poncho to hide his snake hand because he's actually Xavier, Renegade Angel.
If he was gonna fight someone, everything is in the way.
I was talking about the giraffe earlier. These guns are useless in robot mode. Not unless he decides to bend over sideways.
Do they turn?
No,
Where they
that's all they do is they just shoot out and joint up. He does have kind of a neat feature. Plug his gun back in and you pull out the tail feathers. He's got an auto draw feature.
That is probably the one thing I like a lot about this.
The only problem with it is that it's like trapped on the top of his arm, so it's like right here. Oh, did it pop off? There, oh, there it is. Oh, I found it. Oh god, I found the gun.
Yeah, you did.
When it's in the non-drawn position, it's just like it's right over the top of his arm, so he can't even bend his elbow.
I really like this. This is really cool.
Yeah, that's the other problem, is it's not actually like...
It's not attached.
I mean, it is, but it's just by this peg.
It's plugged in.
But at the same time, I'm glad it comes off. It's inevitably going to get lost. That's the problem with it, is because it's just kind of pegged on there, you're going to lose it.
Or irritated.
Barbie hand.
Yeah.
He does have a Barbie hand. He's got the quick draw feature and the poncho. He reminds me of the man with no name.
Clint Eastwood from the Good, Bad, and Ugly.
Well, and if you've seen A Fistful of Dollars, one of the big things about that is the bad guy always aims for the heart. So at the end of the film, Clint Eastwood's character walks up in his poncho that he got in Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, wearing this metal armor under. And the guy keeps shooting at his heart and Clint Eastwood keeps getting up. You know, that secret of what's behind it could be so much more, have so much more austere if the wings worked a little bit better in this form.
Maybe half a robot.
Half a robot. I'm going to give him 2.5 robots. In a fairly creative line, there's a unique creativity to him that we really never see again.
Well, yeah, Picasso's creative.
Yes.
But that doesn't make it good.
Picasso, you can't deny, though, had passion in what he did.
That's
Does he
nice.
not deserve at least a participation award for that?
Spoken like a true millennial.
I have an art degree. I can say what the f ever I want about Picasso. Picasso actually had real... And that's the end of that point.
Good ideas, bad executions.
Yeah.
Basically, Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
Good idea,
This is the
bad
action
execution.
figure version of BVS. Which, if there had to be an action figure version of Justice League, I don't even know how. That one's coming up.
Okay.
Actually. Fresh from TFCon 2018, Beast Wars 2, Deadend.
It's Gary! That's not Gary.
It's Gary's scary cousin, Scary Gary. This is our transition from our Turkey Day to our Christmas. 1, because it looks like a cornucopia, and 2, because it looks like a peppermint.
This doesn't require a lot to be good, because... No. What kind of creature is this?
So we're back on... Oh my god, everything in this lot is Japanese Beast Wars. Perfect!
Okay, so, you didn't answer my question. What kind of creature is this?
It's a Nautilus.
Okay,
it is the one and only Nautilus Transformer.
In order to be a Nautilus, you don't have to do anything. You just have to have tentacles that... Oh.
Killed it.
Oh! That's a gun!
But if you lose the gun, it's still a functional Nautilus.
I guess.
Definitely has like a really neat looking like Cthulhu demon face. Don't touch his smokestack.
Is that what that is?
I don't know. But, okay,
It's got a little smidgen here
the little smokestack there.
that I really want to press, but apparently I can't do that.
There is a video of a guy, oh god, it's like in Russia or something, who's driving the station wagon, but it doesn't have a heater, so he installed a wood-burning stove in the passenger
I've
seat.
seen that!
And this is what that reminds me of, just like, toot toot!
Now that you said don't press it, I really want to press it.
Don't do it, don't do it. So he wins me over simply because he turns into a wheel. I love things that turn into wheels, and don't laugh at me, boss. I don't know why, when something turns into a sphere...
Is that why you like, what's it called? The one, like...
Unicron?
Yeah.
Well, you have to love Unicron. He's voiced by Orson Welles. He obviously doesn't turn into a wheel. No. But he does have this, like... There's nothing else that turns into a Nautilus.
It's simple.
It's very simple. It's got this very elemental feel to it. I've kind of hemmed and hawed about getting this toy for a long time, but when I actually saw it in person, I knew I had to get it. I kind of wanted to get the tube fur, where it comes with the penguin, which there is a penguin transformer.
I just imagine like the cartoon penguin, not a legit penguin, just like a cartoon, simple, like funny.
That would have been cute. You can actually detach all the penguin pieces and have a separate penguin from the robots.
So why are there pieces missing?
I guess it could be battle damage. That's the one complaint I have about this beast mode. I don't care about the smokestack because it's kind of got a neat little bit of character there. But what does it say about the transformer that he chose a Nautilus as his beast mode? Like, that's the only thing more pathetic than a turtle that you could pick.
That's not a turtle.
That is. I could not find my turtle.
That is not a turtle.
I could not find my turtle.
That's a girdle. Hater turtle.
So, his ass fell off, or his body fell off his ass. Either way,
He ain't got no donk.
we've got the gator gerwalk.
The girdle walk.
Oh my god, I think I'm gonna see that in my night.
Assuming beast modes, like, you can pick your alternative mode, what does it say about the robot that picked the Nautilus?
I would say it is for self-defense,
Right.
because it is a giant just shell, but also it's kind of like undercover. You know what I mean? Like,
So he's covert.
He's covert, yeah. Like he like nobody would expect him because he's not like a gator shark, a gator turtle. You know what I mean? Like, he's nothing aggressive. He's very passive, and he just exists. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just assumed he was a coward.
I wouldn't say coward. I would say somebody that has a purpose to it. That
Well-
he is a spire of some sort.
The most unassuming, pathetic character.
Sometimes I'm up, sometimes I'm down.
Doesn't press.
Oh,
Why would you do this to me? That poor guy.
Prepare yourself for the single greatest Transformer robot mode in Transformers history.
It's nothing but shoulders.
So remember how I said in a line of shellformers and a line of shellformers and a
It
line
is
of
literally a
shellformers?
shell.
Yes, he just wears shells. And this is why the holes really bother me. Because it's like, if those are supposed to...
They don't do anything. They're actually the opposite of doing something. They're anti-doing something. They're just not doing any... Oh, why does that do that?
It's his missile.
He has a shield missile.
He apparently, one of his last ditch efforts is shoot my shield at someone. It's a flat projectile.
That's a giant cod piece.
It is a giant codpiece.
That's a... Oh.
He's got tentacles over his tentacle.
This is so anticlimactic.
You could pretty much still take off the entire beast mode because the shells come off and half the tentacles come off, and you just end up with Phil inside.
Phil is nothing but Phil.
Phil fills the shell. Such an utterly pathetic robot. I actually like it better backwards, though. That's kind of like a cape.
Kinda neat.
I like the cape better.
I like that better.
Yeah, that just works for me.
But we're also missing the giant shoulder.
True. Okay, but like, here you go. So you put the shield on one side, and if you take the other, leave the other shield off, that shoulder-mounted thing could be a rocket launcher. What's he gonna do when Depth Charge shows up and decides he wants a snack? He's
Die.
either gonna run or draw his shield and hope for the best.
Or die. Well, he's got this jewel thing.
That's his
cool.
allegiance. He's a Predacon. Or a,
He's a Predacon?
He's a coward, apparently. I want to hug it. It's got all those arms to hug you. Deadend, that's his name?
yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yes.
You were doomed from the beginning.
He was.
Once your parents named you, you were just done. It's like naming your kid Greg.
It's my uncle's name.
Or
It was a poor choice.
Do you and your uncle get along? Exactly. Like, who looks at a kid and says, "You're Greg. You're Dick."
Gary. Gary's the worst.
Gary.
I'd get Richard, because you got Richie.
You get Dick.
Gary is the version of Gary that has a Y at the end. Richard has Richie. Gary's just Gary. Joy gives Deadend one robot.
I'll stick with my half robot. Really nice nails.
I have trouble, like, objectively looking at the Japanese Beast Wars toys.
Because of your nails.
Because of my nails, and they're just so gorgeous.
They are amazing nails.
I end up, like, looking at them and immediately lowering the bar, but also raising it in a way. I'm gonna give him 2. There's so much uniqueness here, and I love the design of the beast mode.
Well, and they also have a different... worldview too.
That's true.
I gave that to you.
Well, and that's
That's where my Mondo used to be.
what's in here.
Nothing.
There's something in here.
Oh, is there something?
Did you pee in there?
Mondo was in there.
You got clear.
It's a yellowish, and you just went to the bathroom and then handed this to us. So I'm a little
Well, no,
worried. I'm doing it.
Do it. I was like, oh, that's the Mondo Stein.
It's the wine. Oh my! It's a bona fide Christmas miracle.
Japanese culture has a weird view on everything.
Well,
Like,
a weird view from our perspective.
From our perspective, yes. We view black as the negative color. Black as bad, and they view white as the bad color.
White is their color of death,
Right.
which just killed Deadend. Oh, and his name's Deadend. Is white. He's got a reddish color on him, a la blood. I mean,
You know, I would love for this guy to be a Jason Bourne as
where he's such a tiny badass and no one can take him.
right, and he didn't even get to pick his own form. It's Jason Bourne. We can't let him have a good form. Grab the Nautilus! Grab the freaking Nautilus right now!
He's like killing people in the robot mode, just like bouncing all over the room, doing spin kicks and everything. And he just turns into the Nautilus and spin balls into people like Sonic, taking them out like a wheel of death. What I consider to be the lost transmetal.
That's a dildo on wheels.
That's a penis.
Very hard figure to find, and I found it for super cheap, missing one missile. So I was like, okay. So it's a penis on wheels, right?
You'll never see joy ever again.
I mean, is it supposed to be a beast?
It's supposed to be a drill tank. So here's why I call this the Lost Transmetal. A robot that has a beast mode, both are mechanical, but the beast mode has a tertiary vehicle mode.
Did you just say tertiary?
So the unusual drill bit choice aside, this is actually a pretty wicked drill tank mode. It's got the Gatling cannons
And a penis. A drill.
and the drill, and it's got the pincer tail attack and I guess the razor blade hug of death. I think it's the single most well integrated drill tank mode that a Transformer has ever had.
He is so compensating. He's got a giant dick. for a face.
That's his. That is it. It's not a car he bought.
No,
That's not his Hummer. That is his. It is a part of him, and he's got a second one. You're gonna catch?
Yeah. It was a good catch, wasn't it?
It was a pretty good catch.
What's his name?
Richard.
Scary.
Harry.
No, Richard's better because Richard has dick. This is Beast Wars 2 Galvatron.
Pretty cool. It
So-
just looks cool.
I don't know why it's pink. Like, so depth charge has the pinky fuchsia on him, right? And he rocks it. He works it with the blue, he works it with the teal. For some reason, he still looks like it's a purpley pinky, he's a purpley pinky. He still makes it look badass.
Honestly, though, oh my god. It being Galvatron makes so much sense.
I'm going to get this to dragon mode.
Wow.
That's actually really cool.
Is the mouth open?
Yes.
Working on it. There we go.
It's hard to rate the tank mode because of the obvious problem with it, but it is still pretty badass beyond that. I'm not even going to try and rate the tank mode. The dragon mode, on the other hand, actually pulls off a pretty badass look.
The wings and the tail minus the extra. That almost landed inside.
It almost landed in my peanutini. My peanutini.
This is what I want to see on Twin Strike. Snake arms. This is what I want to see.
The joint. I knew you were going to bring that up. The ball jointed segments of the dragon
Love
head.
that. This is a great match. You don't want to play with it because it's a pain to. I'm sure you do, but not in this form.
You've got to fight Kibble because it's a Japanese Beast Wars toy.
But that's what I'm referring to. Like, it's a really cool statue.
He's got Gatling guns on his knees.
How is he holiday related?
Surprise! Santa brings presents. Surprise! It's a... Everything from the drill tank gets repurposed into something else. Even the drill bits become like, I don't know, like Power suit power pads.
Power suit power pads.
Like he's gonna give a presentation on Synergon. It could have these 3 modes that nail it, barring this kind of goofy color scheme.
And then nail your wife.
But you can't get past the drill thing. You just can't.
He looks like a Power Ranger.
He looks like a
monster of
Zord.
the week.
Oh, okay.
Like
Well, he could be a
looks
Zord,
like that
too.
Monster that comes up and you're like, oh my god, this villain is going to be a full arc, and he's like maybe 2.
He's basically a Transformers fruit cake. Like, you love fruit and you love cake, but for some reason when they come together, it's just like,
Or robots.
I'll give him 3.5.
So, robot mode.
Couch, come in use. He has Gatling guns for kneecaps.
He perpetually has Gatling guns for kneecaps, which personally, that's an awesome life decision in my mind.
Okay, let's ignore the dick back.
Which is very difficult because it's an actual third leg.
Does he stand on it?
Well, he can't not stand on it. It touches the ground and almost prevents him from standing up straight. If you actually point it straight down, he can't stand.
I understand your pain, my friend.
It's hard not to make jokes about this. It's a challenge. There's just nothing about it. It all centers. So either you do that and it's splaying out the sides, or you point it downward and it's splaying out the sides. Like there's no translation of this that isn't just there. Like there's no.
I mean, it looks more like a tail that way, which is a pretty big improvement on I got a dick in my backpack.
This is probably the best. Is just doing a V. That doesn't look any good, does it?
No, that looks pretty good.
That looks good.
It's less distracting.
Okay, so he's got the tail and it moves away. It's just, oh god, that drill, which could be so awesome in the universe where it's not a penis and is just an auger. You can hold these. This can be a handheld weapon. I don't like it as a handheld weapon. I think it's better as like a shoulder ornament. I gotta tell you something about this guy that I struggle with him. Damn it. Well, he just prematurely detonated my face.
He's got a lot going on. There's a lot. It's a lot.
He's got a very fanciful look to him. He had a cape in the show. Like the Japanese cartoon he appeared in, he actually had a big purple, I think, cape. He's got an actual marble in his chest.
Oh, that rolls?
Yeah, like
Why?
you can't take it out.
Why does it roll?
They probably just bought marbles in stock and just
Put it in his chest.
and then made the plastic fit around it in a way that the marble wouldn't pop out. So it's just a neat thing that there's like an actual like potentially glass marble in there or whatever marbles are made of. Wait, marbles aren't made of marble.
No, they're
Made
not.
of glass.
Trying to escape from the penises of him. Just very aggressive features to him. He's just really, really cool. I like him a lot. 3.5 robots.
I'm giving it a 3 because I can't rank it any lower just because of its uniqueness and the things about it that are awesome, but I can't give it anything higher for all of its faults. So ends episode 6 of Robot on the Rocks. Thanks for viewing. You guys, till next time, have a good one. Peace.